So it looked like Aya Wilson, close friends, is definitely taking jabs. Have you noticed what just occurred? After Caitlin Clark was named the Times Athlete of the Year, a friend of Aya Wilson attacked her online. However, this goes beyond a single honor. It's much more extensive than that. The dramatic events that are pulling the WNBA apart are about to begin. This story has it all, including allegations of racism and covert social media efforts. And I promise you that what you're going to discover will permanently alter your perspective on women's basketball. Caitlin Clark had an absolutely amazing collegiate season. She won the Naismith College Player of the Year award and led the NCAA in scoring at 27 points per game. Fans couldn't get enough of her thrilling play, and her popularity soared. Then Time magazine made a shocking revelation. Caitlin Clark was selected as their Athlete of the Year. It ought to have been an entirely joyous occasion, wouldn't it? Not everybody was cheering, though. After an amazing debut season, WNBA phenom Caitlin Clark can now add another title to her impressive list of accolades for her on-court prowess, Time's 2024 Athlete of the Year. The ruckus in Aya Wilson's camp began instantly. Clark, they said, didn't deserve the prize. Is it not unbelievable? Aya Wilson should have won instead. According to WNBA icon Sheryl Swoopes and Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson, the retaliation was severe and quick. People observed how these remarks appeared to disregard Clark's contribution to game growth, and what do you know, some uncomfortable facts were revealed by the entire situation. All of this drama has an undercurrent of racial animosity. Some claim that Clark's victory was solely due to her race. They seem to be attempting to downplay her outstanding accomplishments and the influence she has had on women's basketball. However, this is when the intriguing part begins. Following the announcement of the prize, social media went crazy. Dolores Jordan, a close friend of Aya Wilson who was once active on Twitter, wrote a piece that sparked a torrent of criticism, much of which echoed a sentiment. Dolores Jordan had argued that Aya Wilson, rather than Clark, ought to have received the honor. Let's take a moment to dissect this. Jordan's remarks were more than just a viewpoint. They disregarded Clark's enormous influence on the WNBA and downplayed her amazing achievements. Caitlin Clark's captivating on-court personality is largely responsible for the surge in social media activity and TV ratings. Aya Wilson and Clark are just not on the same level when it comes to their contributions to the league. And let's take a moment to discuss skill. Clark has more than just amazing talent. It's remarkable. Her long-range shots and no-look passes are just extraordinary. She also owns the record for the most assists in a season and has broken 64 records. Therefore, it is completely incorrect to imply that she will win. The most absurd aspect is that this Time magazine award controversy was only the start. Things were going to get much messier as Clark's ascent to prominence was set to clash with the WNBA's established elite. Aya Wilson has made disparaging remarks about Caitlin Clark before. Wilson appears to have made it her goal to make Clark's first season a nightmare, whether directly or indirectly. Let's examine some of the things she has done to make Clark's life more difficult. Do you recall when Caitlin Clark signed the Nike contract we were discussing? It was a staggering $28 million. Well, everyone is talking about Aya Wilson's response. Did she just do it? Let's just say that Aya Wilson wasn't overly happy when she took to Twitter. Fan confusion is the result of her tirade about race and recognition. Is it not unbelievable that she implied Clark's success was solely due to her race? In essence, Caitlin Clark is receiving this just because of her race once more. Wilson stated in a tweet that she will never receive the same kind of notoriety as Clark, regardless of her efforts. She even said that race is the main factor in Clark's appeal. You may be asking yourself, wait a second, doesn't Aya Wilson already have a signature shoe? And you're right. That's what's so odd about this whole thing. Why is Wilson so furious about Clark's success when she already has the kind of deal that most athletes only dream about? Supporters are not holding back, denouncing Aya as selfish, ungrateful, and jealous. It is comparable to witnessing a favorite player score an own goal. What about her sponsors? You can't help but wonder if they're secretly worried about all the hoopla because they haven't said anything yet. In the most unexpected turn of events, Nike took a risky move to try to avoid upsetting Aya Wilson or other well-known black athletes. They completely stopped making Caitlin Clark's iconic shoes. Nike hasn't released a single commercial or advertisement showcasing Clark since she became a professional. And even though Nike and Clark have a contract, the debut of a signature shoe might not happen until 2026, according to sports analyst Ethan Strauss. According to him, Nike wants to give Aya Wilson priority because it is concerned about the perception of awarding a signature shoe to a rookie before a well-known player who just took home the league MVP award for the third time. To be quite honest, Caitlin Clark is far more marketable. On and off the court, Clark's personality and star power have made her a household figure. Aya, meantime, hasn't nearly drawn the same kind of public notice in spite of her extraordinary talent. There's more, though. As you may expect Aya to step back and log off, she goes all out, intensifying her social media outbursts. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe my channel.